Hi, friends. I'm Teri and I'm introducing some new content to my channel over at Talking with Teri TV that I hope you will enjoy. I'll be sharing some of my thoughts on various videos, having taken my 27 years of counseling experience and combined it with energy psychology and bringing in a business perspective. In today's video, I just want to warn everyone that topics are a little sensitive and my words are a little spicy and may be difficult to watch. YouTube vlogger Ruby Franke, who became very well known and popular for her vlogging, and now she's sitting in a prison. So we're gonna take a quick spin here with a little business perspective. Now she demonstrated everything what not to do. And so take those as some lessons there. But a couple things that I want to point out from the business perspective is, she was consistent posting out material and creating this huge impact, which is kudos to her in that regard. I know that when I'm working with entrepreneurs, for a lot of clients that I work with, they are what I call the creative visionaries. These are the individuals that truly have a desire to have a bigger impact. And I always say, you can't be the best kept secret and have an impact, right? And so creating that path to impact, there's a couple rules that we got to follow, okay? And these are the unspoken rules that, sadly, Ruby either was not aware of, avoided them, or just, threw them out the window. Okay. So rule number one, okay, do no harm. And what I mean by this is do no harm to the people, places, and things, right? And so again, even though she started out pretty, innocent, what happened was she started to extort these children on social media, and it was really devastating to watch because all of their personal information, when they got in trouble, going through some really private matters, was all displayed. And I can only imagine what these children must have experienced by going to school and having, other peers peering into their own personal lives behind closed doors and seeing this information exposed for the world to see. And so, all for what, right? Fame and fortune, and which continued to get reinforced for her. And this ultimately led to the destruction not only of her businesses, okay? I mean, this ultimately, that's what it led to. Destroyed not only the one business, but the other businesses as well. The destruction of her family, now she's sitting in prison waiting. I think there were 6 counts of child abuse and endangerment, with who knows how many years of prison she'll get, right? And at the end of the day, from a business perspective, it destroyed her reputation. And from a branding business perspective, once your reputation is gone, it's really hard to come back from. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's really hard to come back and create that trust with people again, because it takes us so long to, build up that, know, like, and trust factor, that we can destroy it overnight. And so from a business perspective, we got to be really mindful and being, on guard to protect our reputation at all costs. And that means by making choices, we are actually in alignment with doing greatest and highest good, right? Rule number 2, seek guidance from trusted advisors. And I'm not just talking about one person. I am talking about having a community that you can go to and get support when it comes to the business perspective. And so making sure that you're keeping yourself in check, because as you grow, as your impact grows, as your notoriety grows, as your fame, sometimes that has a big impact on our ego. And sometimes that ego will, rise to the top in a way that's going to be detrimental to our business and to the message that we're sending, right? And so it's easy to get off course when you have all these things being called to you. And so it's really important that we have the people around us, because we may not be able to see it for ourselves, but other people can. And I'll give you a quick example. About a year ago, I met an individual. She was on her rise to influencer status, and she ultimately became this huge diva. And so here is her message that she's speaking in front of all the world to see, but who she was being behind closed doors was such a different reality, and it went against her message, and people pick up on that. And so I'm truly about, if we're going to have a big impact, we've got to be true to ourselves, and we've got to stay true to ourselves. I've told my team, when I get to that element of being able to impact the masses, please keep me in check because I want to make sure that I'm consciously making choices that's going to stay in alignment with my values, with my mission and my vision for work that we're doing, right? And so again, having those checks and balances, if you will, is key to keeping yourself out of trouble in what happened in this case. Rule number 3 is stay committed to your core. And what I mean by this is revisit the why. Why did you start your business? Why are you on this journey? And stay connected to that because oftentimes that why is going to be the reason that fuels us. And so often, if we're not staying connected to that, as Simon Sinek says, we'll get off course and it's easy for us to start to pursue other things and get so far away that we're like, wait, what are we doing? And I think that happened in this case. And so one of the ways in which you can kind of stay grounded to your why is to ask some questions and periodically, take a heartbeat. Where am I? Am I still in alignment with what I'm, driving towards? Pay attention when you feel out of alignment. When I'm in alignment energetically, things fall into place beautifully. When I am not, things start to unravel and start to, take me off course. And again, that's what happened. Obviously her relationships at home were in disarray. Her business relationships had another element. And then ultimately her fans started to saying, hey, what helped build her is what helped end her, right? And so pay attention because they were very loud and clear and she was not paying attention. Rule number 4, choose your business partners wisely. When you put yourself out there, your brand, your business, your reputation is all that you got. And this is your money maker. And so you got to be really protective of who you allow into those partnerships. And I'm not a big fan of like a legal partnership in any capacity. In just my opinion, I've never seen it being successful. Out of all my clients that have done this, out of all the experiences of my mentors, my coaches, I have never seen a business partnership be successful. Not to say that's not out there, but you got to be really careful. So you can do some, collaboration, but you got to be super mindful of who you are bringing on that. And in my opinion, there were some major red flags before they even got together. This business partner had already had some red marks against her name and her reputation. Okay, the other piece that I will share is that when we start to do this, and if you're from an energetic perspective, I always tell you to people how to do kinesiology or quote muscle testing to help follow the energy of our business so that we are saying yes to what means yes and no to what means no, and really honoring that. And it makes our lives so much easier because I guarantee you, maybe she would have gotten a no on this business partnership. And so I'm going to do a video coming up around how to actually do that. Really be careful. If you feel in your gut of guts, you're like, there's something off, trust your intuition, trust that energy. Your reputation is all that you got. And so you got to protect that and be smart about that. And I'll be honest, like I had an opportunity not too long ago to work with somebody. And because I found out some other stuff about them that I'm like, I don't want that tainting my reputation. And so I had to distance myself from this other opportunity. And it's okay to say no if it's not in alignment. Okay. At the end of the day, you make those choices, right? So my friends, I hope this has been helpful. If you are ready to create a path to impact, you got to be smart about this. I look forward to connecting and staying connected with you on the next video. Love to hear your thoughts about what came up for this for you. Drop it below. As always, be bold, be brave, be fearless, be the magic of you. I'll see you on the next video.